morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday, everybody. We are back. It was a long time off there. Had obviously some stuff going on. I'm back a little bit later than I anticipated, but we are here and we are in the middle of college basketball tournament season. It's actually been like a good couple weeks for us. Betting, we've got some exciting stuff coming when it comes to content and all that stuff here at Rolling Insights. So excited to share some news about that stuff in the coming days. I don't want to give anything away for now. Also, there's a specific tool that I think you guys viewers of the stream would use that I would like to build here. So don't want to give anything away about that either, but yeah, we're back. So I'll stream over the weekend to make up for some of the days I missed. Obviously, I lost my grandfather. So one of my best friends, rest in peace. We will be honoring him on the streams for quite some time here. Not something that I thought I was going on vacation, which I did. And then I came back and had that going on. So it was a weird couple days there, but look, we've got all the college basketball on in the world right now. And if you guys are obviously on Twitter, I already posted some bets for today. Lines were moving very, very quickly today. So we're going to go through. Usually I have SportWise pulled up or like the blog or something. I just pulled FanDuel up today because there's so many games and we haven't been on here for a while. So we're just going to run through these. I'm also going to pull up KenPom here to fact check my own personal numbers that I have. So let's do that. And if you guys have any questions on anything, go ahead, ask. If there's a certain game you like, obviously, you can share in the chat what you like. Yeah, Mitchell, 100%. I mean, I've been on fire since it happened, so that is going to be the case, 100%. Also, Mitchell, I'm glad you're in here. You guys know once in a while we like to dabble in the UFC streets. Mitchell is very knowledgeable when it comes to UFC. He's my only friend that really knows about UFC, I think, that I regularly talk to. Mitchell, are we betting Pereira on Saturday night? I'm looking at this. He's only minus 120. Can you provide some insight as to who is this guy he's fighting? Why is he only minus 120? Are we betting him? I would love to know. Guru, thank you. Mitchell, I am. Yeah, so, I mean, Mitchell, the one thing I know about UFC is you bet on Alex Pereira every single time. Ryan, will you have a stream going early looks at Hugh? Yes, 100%, Ryan. I will have streams for March Madness. You can't even fathom the amount of stuff we'll have. Streams, videos, art, blogs, anything you could think of when the brackets come out. Yes, we will have it. Do not worry. We will have videos I'll probably fill out a bracket on a video. I'll probably do blogs for each region. So 4 blogs there. We'll talk about it on the stream every day. All that good stuff. So yes, we will have that. Can't help myself. It's the Mahomes pick. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know more about the sport than I do. I just know you always bet Alex Pereira, and I was assuming because usually he's like minus 500. So I was like, oh, cool. We can make a parlay or something this weekend. A couple college teams and him, and then he's like minus 120. I was like, oh, well, I'll just bet. We don't need to parlay it. We can just bet him. So we'll talk about that more tomorrow on Friday, I guess. Do you see Dallas falling out of the playoffs? Yeah, the Suns, man. The one thing I mean, I had a really, really good football season, and I've had a really good run really since football ended with college basketball. The one thing I was wrong about this year was the Phoenix Suns. That was the one. I mean, I went back and looked at my win totals that I took. I had 2 units on the Cavs, over their win total. They already hit that. I had 76ers under 2 units. Like, that was a great bet. It was really the Suns were the one thing that messed me up. I mean, they're plus 7-6 to make the playoffs. It's not looking good. I do think Dallas will fall out, though. I mean, they have nothing on their team. Like, I don't really see Anthony Davis playing the rest of the season, to be quite honest with you. They already lost Kyrie Irving. So, yeah, definitely think Dallas will fall out. Let me look at the standings here. I haven't looked at those in a couple days. So, I mean, Dallas is holding on to that 10 spot. So, yeah, I mean, I guess, like, Phoenix could work their way up a spot. They're, like, what is that? Like 2.5, 3.5 games back. So, yeah, I mean, I'll be rooting for it. I can't remember if I bet them to make the playoffs or not. I think it was just to win the division and the win total. So I might be screwed, but maybe I'll just triple down and bet them to make the playoffs at plus 760 and hope somehow they do that, I guess. That could be a good idea, to be honest with you. This guy's a threat to wrestle him. Best wrestler he has faced since coming to the UFC. Okay. I mean, clearly they respect this guy, Mitchell, if he's minus 120, because any other time he would be minus 400. So clearly they respect him, but I don't care. I mean, that guy is like a different animal. Oh, Mitchell, what's your thoughts on if that John Jones fight happens in like May or whatever? I saw he was like plus money in the look ahead line. What's your thoughts on that? And then we will dive into college basketball here for today. First game of the day, Indiana State, Southern Illinois. I took the over in this game. It just keeps moving down. So I don't know. Maybe don't take it. Maybe it's a bad bet. I liked it at I liked this at like minus I liked this at over 156.5. It moved down to 155, then it moved down to 154. So I bet it at 154, and now it's down to 153. So I don't know. It just keeps moving down. Maybe I'm an idiot. That's another fight from Saturday. Guru, I didn't see that. Oh, wait. Are you talking about Tank Davis? I did not really. I was like on a boat in the middle of the ocean, so I saw people talking about it, but I was kind of out of the loop. So I'll have to look into that, Guru. I didn't really see what was going on with that. I didn't see the controversy. I don't know. I like the over in this game. It keeps moving down. Maybe wait and see if it moves down more. I have no idea. That's my thoughts on that game. Pacific versus San Diego. I took Pacific minus 125. This moved down a little bit because this was like minus 134 on FanDuel. And now it's down to minus 126. But I like Pacific here. If you guys remember correctly, last year in this tournament, Pacific lost like it was the worst loss like in I don't even know if it was like in history. Let me pull it up. 2024. So they lost. It was March 7th last year, their first round game in the West Coast Conference tournament. They lost 102-43 to Pepperdine. Do you guys remember this? Pepperdine was up 56-9 at halftime. And it was just, I think it was like the worst loss ever in like a conference tournament game or something. I don't know. 102-43. Pepperdine up 56-9 at halftime. Obviously, Pacific has a new coach, and they've honestly played decently well this season, all things considered. Like, when you end a season like that, who wants to come, transfer in or come play, So all things considered, they've done pretty well this year. And this has to be, I don't really look at like narrative-y stuff like this. I pretty much just go off, data and what I watch. But there are scenarios where I'll weigh stuff like this. This has to be a point of emphasis for this team to play well in this game. They've been waiting for this game all year because of what happened last year, and they're favored in the game. So I think Pacific is going to come out strong here. I think they're going to win the game just based off of suffering that loss last year. Like, there's no way they get run at the start of the game like they did last year. So I like Pacific. I don't show a ton of value on it on like a side. I have it pretty close to even, but like I said, I don't typically buy into like narrative-y stuff like this, but I will in this instance, and I will kind of lean towards Pacific in that one. If you guys followed along with some of my conference tournament futures, I wanted to take one for every conference tournament, but just because of stuff with my grandpa happened, I didn't have time. Some of the ones that started yesterday, I just didn't have time to, put time in to find lines that I liked. But we do have a 17-1 on Jacksonville. They won their first game. Now they're facing North Alabama. They split with North Alabama this season. They beat them 64-60 at home, and then they lost 81-78. Oh, wait, no, that's North Florida. They lost 92-79 away. So they got blown out on the road, won at home. I'm pretty sure that this game is at North Alabama. Like, I think the higher seed hosts. So, North Alabama is on their home floor. But I like this Jacksonville team. I think they're well coached. They're very, very good three-point shooting team. If they get hot from deep, they can win this tournament. And that's why I thought there was value on the plus 1,700 there. So I'm not betting them today because we already have a ticket on them. But this is the semifinal. So if they win this game, they'll be in the championship game. And then we can probably look to hedge, assuming they play Lipscomb, who has been, the best team in this league this year. Assuming that's who they play, we can hedge in that game. But for right now, if you took that 17-1, we will have at least a sweat in this game. Nebraska, Omaha, one of my favorite plays of the day. Took it at 2.5. It's 3.5 now. A lot of people worry about. There's like a common misconception that if you beat a team twice, that it's hard to beat them a third time. I don't believe in that. I think that's not true at all. And Omaha has beat Kansas City twice already this season. Beat them 77-58 at home, and then beat them 78-66 away. They're night and day better than this team. It's not even close. I don't even like Nebraska. Omaha's not good, but they're significantly better than Kansas City, and they've beat the doors off them both times they've played. I don't understand why this line's 3.5, just because it's like a tournament game, I guess. But I like Omaha big, like one of my favorite plays of the day. So 3.5. I took it at 2.5. I think 3.5 is fine. I would take this up to like 4.5, 5.5. They should just roll them. I really don't. I don't really understand why this is 3.5. It's very strange to me. If I don't have the Jacksonville future, is betting today worth it? There was a 6.5 earlier, Ryan, that I almost took, but then I was like, there's no reason to double down. So shop it around. If you can find a 6.5 on them, I did show some value on that. So I would be good with the 6.5, but I'd probably just avoid it at 5.5. This, I'm good with this number up to, you could alt this number up, in my opinion. Like, they should beat Kansas City handily. So excited for total baseball. Me too, Mitchell. I'm ready for baseball season. Coming soon. Coming very soon. All right, moving down here. Didn't bet this game, but I like Purdue Fort Wayne here. I think they're better. I think they're the better team. Youngstown State in the whatever league this is. They're at home, like actually home. It's not neutral site, so they are hosting this game, but I think Fort Wayne is better than them. So there's value. Like, I would just take them on the money line, I think. Didn't end up betting it because I already had a ton of bets that I like, but I like Fort Wayne over Youngstown State in that one. This is my favorite bet of the day right here. Loyola Maryland against Bucknell. I like Bucknell big in this game. I took it at 6.5 minus 120 this morning. I took it again at 7 minus 115. It's 8.5 now. You could take 8.5 still, I think. Bucknell should absolutely roll this team by 15 to 20. I don't care if it's a tournament game. This should be like a 15-point win for Bucknell. So this is my favorite play of the day. It was my bigger play of the day. Took it at 6.5. Took it at 7. I'm fine with it at 8.5. I would be really surprised if they don't win by double digit, like at least double digits. Colgate, we have a future on them to win their league tournament. Not going to bet them at 7.5 here, but I do think they should handily beat Army. Colgate is down this year relative to what they've been in recent seasons, but they have a ton of success and history winning in this conference tournament. And I'm willing to buy into that. Like they just know how to win this tournament. So I like Colgate, but like I said, too many other plays I like today, and we already have a future on them to win it. So no reason to double down there. I like Merrimack here. They're now favored on the money line. They were like plus 100 on the money line when I took them. They were plus 1.5 when I took them. They should roll Marist. Marist is terrible, so bad. One of the worst teams in the country. I don't know what they are overall on KenPom. Let me see if I can find them. I'll just go to the bottom first. Go up. Let me go to the fan match here. Marist is 253rd in the country on KenPom. Merrimack at 205. Marist, or not Mar. I just combined them. Marist is just horrible. Like I was planning on betting against them no matter who they played in this game, so it just worked out that it happened to be Merrimack. So Merrimack, I would probably put second or third on my favorite plays today, right behind Bucknell. It's kind of like Bucknell, Merrimack, Omaha for my 3 favorite spots today. And then I like Liberty a lot too right here against Middle Tennessee. Plus 1.5, plus 100 on the money line. I took that too. So you could probably still find a plus 100. But another team that I think is head and shoulders better than their opponent. And looking at like recent matchups between these teams, let me pull it up here. Let's see here. Liberty, they played Middle Tennessee at home on January 4th. They won by 10. And they didn't play again, it looks like. Just the one meeting. But yeah, I like Liberty a lot today as well. That I would put that 4th. So this is a weird day for me because there's so many plays I like. Usually when there's a lot of games like this, I just have my 3-4 plays. You guys kind of know how I roll, but I like a lot of spots today. Liberty being one of them as well. Lipscomb should roll Queens. Not going to bet it because I already took 8 plays, but I do show some value on Lipscomb there. You could look at them. I saw a lot of people on Northern Kentucky today. I actually took a future on Cleveland State to win the Horizon League tournament. Maybe I'm alone in that because I have seen a lot of people like Northern Kentucky today. I kind of like this Cleveland State team. I don't know. So I guess I'm on an island there. I'm not going to bet them since we have the future, but I'll be obviously rooting for them in this game. But I did see Northern Kentucky is a popular play. You can see they're even the public side of this game. And I'm pretty sure like Horizon League, Cleveland State will host. So they'll be at home here. I don't know. Just pointing out, I saw a lot of people on Northern Kentucky today, but I kind of like the Cleveland State side. I like Michigan State. I took them at 6.5. It's 7.5 now. I'd shop that around, see if you could still find a 6.5 somewhere. Iowa is terrible. A lot of people I've seen want to fade Michigan State because teams have really struggled to shoot against them, which I agree. Like, eventually some team will hit some shots against Michigan State. I mean, that's true. But I think Michigan State is just head and shoulders above this team, especially like they kind of hit a weird spot in this middle part at the beginning of February. So you can see they ripped off a ton of wins in a row from November 27th to January 28th. They didn't lose a game, and they had wins over, North Carolina, Ohio State, Illinois, Rutgers, like not a ton of huge quality wins, but it's impressive to win, for 2 months in a row, essentially, right? November 27th to January 28th, they won every single game. Then they kind of had a weird little stretch here. They lost back-to-back games to USC and UCLA. Then they beat Oregon, lost to Indiana. So they lost 3 out of 4 at the beginning of February, but they've won 5 straight since, including, wins over Illinois, Purdue, Michigan, Maryland. Top of the top competition. They've been absolutely rolling. And I think that a reason for that has kind of been the just ascension of Jace. And if we're looking at in recent games, just Jace Richardson, how good he's played against Maryland. He was obviously big in that one. Over the weekend against Wisconsin, right? That's a big win. Big game there, 11, 5, and 6, like just contributing across the board. Looking against Michigan, right? He had 21 points in that game a couple weeks ago. So Jace Richardson's ascension has been directly tied to this, just how well we've seen. Like, Michigan State is playing their best basketball right now, that's what Tom Izzo does. Like, he's conditioned to have his team ready to play at this time of year. And I think Jace Richardson, the way he's been playing is a big key factor there. So it's really tough for me to bet against Michigan State given how he's been playing, because I think that's an X factor for them. And I don't think Iowa's very good. Even though Iowa has had some success against Michigan State in recent seasons, Michigan State has kind of been down for a couple years. Like, this is his best team, I think, the last 2 or 3 years. So, and Iowa's had some good teams. So I really don't care. I like Michigan State. I took them at 6.5. I probably wouldn't bet it at 7.5, but if you could still find a 6.5, that's what I took it at. I like Michigan State. And last game that I like tonight is Wichita State. Let me find them here. They were basically a pick 'em. I took them at -110. I think I scrolled past it here. Yeah, right here. So I took them at -110. It's -118 now. Wichita State was kind of like banged up for a while. They've gotten healthier and they've been playing great ever since then. If we look at their last few games since the health of the team improved, they won 6 in a row, and then they've lost 2 in a row coming into this game, but they've played actual good teams, UAB and North Texas, and they lost by 8 to UAB and just 2 to North Texas. North Texas is very good. If you follow me, we've bet them quite a bit recently. So Wichita State's been rolling since they got healthier. They beat Charlotte, South Florida, UTSA, win over Memphis in overtime. That's a big win. I mean, Memphis is the best team, in the AAC, not close. So I like how they've been playing. Rice is not very good. It's like a good matchup, I think, individually as well for Wichita State. And I had Wichita State closer to like 2 or 3 point favorites in this game. So I obviously, liked the money line at -110. So overall, lots of spots I like today. I don't really ever spray the board like this, but it just so happened that I have value on all these spots. So we're going to ride it, I guess. Looks like FanDuel has a profit boost for parlays. Might look into that later. I want to bet the Lakers, guys. I'm just telling you right now. I want to bet this. I want to bet this really bad. I love how the Lakers are playing. JJ Redick is obviously a good coach, but he has taken them to another level defensively. I did not think they could reach. I thought that, I mean, you guys know I came on the stream when we thought they were getting Mark Williams, and I was like, this team's going to be very, very good. When that got rescinded, I was like, oh, that kind of takes them from being a threat to win the West to kind of just like a playoff team. I did not think they could get to this point defensively. And yeah, we bet on Luka all the time. You guys know, like from past, like my favorite is literally like my favorite player. But I want to bet this really bad. So I'm probably going to put a future in on that. I think they're the best team in the West. Yes, the Thunder are better. I think in a playoff series, I think I would take the Lakers. I really do. And I might be wrong in that. You can, if you disagree, that's fine. The Thunder are very, very good. I think I would take the Lakers over the Thunder in a series. So this is looking like a play for me. And then for golf, I had no time, like I said yesterday, dealing with stuff. I had no time to put out bets. There was a lot of guys I liked in this tournament, so unfortunately I didn't get a chance to take him. There's one guy, though, that I'm going to bet that has not – he goes off at 1 o'clock, so we can all ride this together. We're going to take our boy Shane Lowry, 50-1. And we're going to take him first-round leader, 35-1. I took it at 40-1. You could probably find a 40-1 somewhere. But we're riding Shane Lowry this week. I wanted to take some other guys, but I just didn't have time. So we're going to go single bullet for the Arnold Palmer. This course is showing some teeth today, really hurting these guys. I mean, the scoring was crazy from what I saw. Shane Lowry goes off at 1 p.m., so you got plenty of time to put this in. We can sweat this all weekend. Shane Lowry outright at 50-1, first round leader at 40-1. Go ahead and ride that with us. And yeah, that about does it for today. So I'll be live. Like I said, I won't take the weekend off streams. So I'll be live Saturday and Sunday. We'll have plenty of basketball to talk about and other stuff to make up for some of the days I missed. So plan, for streams for the foreseeable future. I'll be live tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'll bring some more stuff to talk about. There's so many games today. I kind of just wanted to stick to that and hit to that. But we'll get back in the groove and have some more stuff to talk about moving forward. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. And everyone that sent me, thoughts, prayers, well wishes for my grandpa. I appreciate all of you so much. I'm very blessed to be able to do what I do and to attempt to entertain you folks. And I really appreciate all of you that, read my content, watch my content, ride along with the bets. Really from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. So thank you guys. Good luck today. Hopefully we make some money, and I'll see everybody tomorrow at 11.